So I know a lot of people cringe when they hear the term passive income, but it's one of those things. A lot of people have a different interpretation of it. A lot of times when people hear passive income, they imagine somebody sitting next to a Lamborghini, selling some MLM course, or maybe even an old buddy from high school reaching out to them, trying to sell some sort of products and trying to get you to sign up to sell products on their behalf. Now, what we're going to talk about today is nothing like that. We're going to talk about real businesses that make actual money. Now, the businesses we're going to discuss today are going to vary on their level of passiveness, how difficult it is to get started, how much startup capital you might need to start one of these businesses, and also how much time is required. Some of these businesses are going to require you to actually front load some work. After the business is already up and established, then you'll just be able to work on it very passively, and in some instances, it'll require none of your time. So you're probably wondering, what is passive income, or how do I actually define passive income? So my definition of passive income is essentially where you're not trading time for money. In this example, you're not having to trade an hour of your time to get $100 of your money. You're being able to structure a business and maybe front load some of the work, and then after the business is built, all you have to do is check your income statements and check how much money is coming into your bank account. So you might be wondering what I actually know about passive businesses. So I've helped broker more than $120 million worth of these passive businesses. I own my own portfolio of passive online businesses, and I've built some from scratch, and I've also had a numerous amount of acquisitions of acquiring these businesses for my own personal portfolio. So automatic investing is probably the one and only truly passive way to invest. All these other businesses are going to require a small amount of work to maintain, but I still consider them passive because you're not trading time for money. Essentially, automatic investing is going at a one-time period into your bank account or into a crypto account and setting recurring buys of that stock, of that crypto, and then every week it just automatically, without any thought, it goes ahead and purchases that crypto or whatever stocks or crypto you're interested in buying. I've currently been doing a S&P 500 versus a Bitcoin buy that's automatically buying every few weeks, the same amount of money, and overall it's been a great returns. The S&P 500's netted me around 30%, but my crypto returns over the same period of time has been over the 1,000th percentile. So this is something that I don't have to think about it. I set it up once a few years ago, and then every week it's just automatically buying these stocks and these cryptos. And I suggest if you're going to get started, look into the S&P 500, look into more stable coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum to set up for automatic investing. So that way each week it's just coming out of your bank account. Allocate a certain percentage of your income or your profit to investing and to investing automatically. Now, there's one really famous saying that I love to share. It's not timing the market, it's your time in the market. So if you're investing every week, you're going to have a lot more consistency over a 5-10 year period than if you're just randomly buying stocks here and there. So this is one of the most important things that I suggest with investing, is to try to get something automatically going over a long period of time, and this is going to net and yield you the highest return of passive income. So getting started with automatic investing is something that takes you probably 10 minutes. I personally use Charles Schwab as my brokerage account to automatically buy stocks, and then I use Coinbase to set up automatic investing for crypto purchases. Both of these are very easy to get started, and I'll have some links below on how you can get some free crypto and also some free money for starting a Charles Schwab account. So like I mentioned previously, my strategy for automatic investing is to essentially just have a 5 or 10 year position on all of these investments. To be consistent over time is going to yield the best returns, and the S&P 500 and Bitcoin have been some of the top performing assets to invest in, and essentially you don't have to do any sort of thinking or trading your time to start earning money on these. And the thing I love about crypto and stocks is if you do need the money down the line, within a few minutes you can trade these assets for cash and put those cash into something else. So essentially the way you make money with automatic investing is you're acquiring an asset that is going to appreciate over time. Meaning if you buy $10 of it now, maybe in a year that $10 will be worth $15, $20, $30. And basically this is going to appreciate over time. It's of course going to fluctuate day by day, but because you have a long position in both of these investments, it's not really going to matter because the year-over-year return, and it's going to outperform a lot of other investment assets. And again, this is completely passive, so you're making money off of the interest accrued over time. Essentially, these stocks and these values of these assets are going to continue going up, most likely. So there's not really any startup costs involved. One of the great things about the industry is stock trading has become free up to a certain amount. You don't have to pay for each trade. That structure makes it a lot easier to start getting involved with automatic investing. With crypto purchases, there's going to be fees on every sort of crypto exchange you use. Sometimes they charge a fee, sometimes they charge a higher amount. So if Bitcoin is trading at 20,000, they might charge 20,000 and $10. So they're going to get you some way with buying crypto, but you have to see what is going to be the easiest, and I recommend Coinbase because it's one of the most beginner-friendly platforms. So after setting this up, you don't really have to do any sort of investment of your time. Now, this is something that I suggest picking a percentage of your portfolio you want to invest, pick that number, and then reevaluate that every 6 to 12 months. So every 6 to 12 months, you might have to do 30 minutes of work to kind of adjust your automatic investing schedules and to adjust your automatic investing amount. But after that, it's really very passive and one of the most passive investments you can actually make. Amazon Affiliate or Amazon Associates is one of the largest affiliate networks out there. And if you bought anything through a website or a blog and it's taking you over to Amazon, that website is essentially getting commission off of everything you've bought in that cart or in a 30-day window. So there is a certain amount of commission for each product. So let's say you're checking a blog about the best reviews about cameras, and you're at camerareviews.com. You're reading a blog post about the top 5 Sony cameras, and you go ahead and buy the #1 Sony camera, and then you also have some other stuff in your cart. Let's say you have a pillow, some stuff for your house, maybe some food. That person who directed you over to that purchase is going to get a commission on all of those products that you've bought. Now, the Amazon Associates program is one of the biggest in the world, and the great thing about it is it can be a very passive income structure once you've kind of front-loaded and built these websites. So the difference between an authority site and a niche site is essentially this. An authority site is going to be a little bit broader, so pretty much every article they're publishing is going to rank well on Google because they've established authority in the space. Niche sites are generally going to be a lot more specific, and they're not going to be targeting as competitive keywords on Google as an authority website. One example that might come to mind here is if you just have a best camera review site that's focusing on cameras, camcorders, drone photography, everything, versus the best DJI drones.com, something like that is going to be a lot more specific. It's going to focus on only on drones, and a lot of times these niche websites will start off very niche and then they'll grow into a larger authority site. So now if you've done any online shopping or any online blog reading, most bloggers are going to be on the Amazon affiliate program, or they're going to be on private affiliate networks. And on YouTube here, a lot of YouTube creators are also Amazon Associates members, where they're recommending products for their studio setups, products that they're mentioning in their video, and they're getting a small commission. One thing to note is you're not actually paying anything more for this. It's just a referral fee that's taken away from the Amazon's cut, and it's paid to these contributors and paid to these affiliate members. So the way Amazon affiliate makes money is you're referring people over to Amazon. Any product that they buy, you're going to get a small percentage. So let's say you refer $1,000 in Amazon sales, you're going to get around 4 to 5% of that commission, and it's going to come to your bank account. So that's how you make money, but this works really well at scale, and especially if you have a website that's getting a lot of traffic, you can go ahead and affiliate your website to earn a lot more commission and to bring in some passive income. The cool thing about this business model is it takes around 3 to 6 months of getting these websites structured, creating all the blog content, getting everything figured out on your niche research, because you want to find a niche that's not going to be superly competitive. And then once you figure that out, you'll essentially have all your core content published. You'll focus on getting backlinks and getting new articles added every month. Both of these things can be easily outsourced, so all you have to do is sit back, spend a couple hours a month kind of maintaining things, and then you're going to be generating passive income. And these websites have been generating $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month. I've seen websites generating more than $100,000 a month that have become very strong authority websites. Once they get to that level, they're usually a mixed monetization between Amazon affiliate, ad networks where they're displaying advertisements on their website, and then they're also monetizing through other private affiliates in a variety of different ways by potentially creating their own products. So starting off with one monetization might be the best way to get started, and then kind of diversifying your income is going to be the best way to make a really passive income generating website. So the startup costs really vary for Amazon associates, and this is going to depend on if you're willing to get your hands a little dirty and do some of the upfront work. The three main things for building an Amazon associates account and building an Amazon affiliate website is going to be writing the content, getting backlinks to your website, and then also building the actual website itself. If you're able to do all of those things yourself, you're going to really reduce your cost. Or if you just need to outsource one of those things, most people outsource writing because it's one of the most time-consuming tasks and it can be easily outsourced. So those are the costs. It can vary between a few $1,000s to get up and running. But again, it's really going to vary on what your skills are and what you want to outsource or what you want to do in-house yourself. So Amazon affiliate sites are some of the most passive businesses I've seen because it can take 8 to 12 months to start ranking, maybe 3 months of actual work, and then you're just waiting for time of Google to start ranking your website. Once the business is starting to rank on Google, meaning it's showing up in those top 1, 2, or 3 slots when you search on Google, then that's going to be a very passive income because all you have to do is have your writers add content, have your backlinks being built by an agency or through some strategy you've developed yourself. And I've seen a lot of these businesses earning $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month, and the owners are only spending around 1 to 2 hours a week. And I have my own passive income affiliate site, and I haven't worked on it for months. And again, it just generates passive income every month because I front loaded a lot of this work already, and now I just sit back and earn affiliate commissions. So number 3, digital products is one of my favorite aspects to building a passive business or building passive income. Digital products can be anything like a course or a program. This is going to be where you're just filming yourself with a laptop, a microphone, and that's it, and your knowledge on what you're going to provide to the marketplace. Other things could be like an ebook, something like an Amazon book. Other things might be like a software business, and this is something that I have. I have all of these businesses in my portfolio. I have ebooks, I have software businesses, and I have courses and programs. The reason I love these is there's not much startup capital required to get started with these. All it requires is a little bit of time, and then once you have a digital product, the great thing is you don't have inventory. You can scale from 100 people per month to 1 million people per month. And it's a really fast thing to do because you don't have to worry about ordering more physical products, running out of inventory, these crazy margins that come with e-commerce. So that's why I love digital products, but it can be a little bit harder to get started. So if you're going to develop a course and you don't have the marketing skills to market yourself, doing something like a Skillshare might be the best method for you because that website and Skillshare is going to naturally get millions and millions of people searching for courses. So if you're interested in building a passive income, a digital product might be one of the best places to start with an ebook, a course, or a software business. A software business is going to require a lot more upfront capital unless you're a developer, unless you know how to code and build one of these things. But I think a lot of people get scared by software. It doesn't have to cost $100,000 to build a software product. I've built simple apps for a few $1,000s, and I've outsourced those to developers in other countries who are able to do it for a lot more affordable process and probably the similar results that you would get from hiring a US developer versus great developers that come from Ukraine. So there's a lot of options here depending on what level you want to go to, what idea you have, but I love digital products because you can adjust the prices, you can really scale these to the moon, and there's so much margin there. So you can really put that margin into marketing your product instead of just worrying about buying more inventory. So the startup costs are really going to vary. Like I mentioned with software, it's probably going to be a little bit higher startup costs than if you just want to go ahead and create a program. If you have a laptop and a microphone, that's kind of all you need to do to have this sort of program, and you can add these programs or courses, you can film them yourself in your house, and then you can go ahead and put them on Skillshare or other e-learning platforms and start making sales with that. So how are you going to make money with a digital product? You're essentially going to build the product, set a price, adjust that price over time to figure out which price is working best for you. And the great thing is it's really easy to adjust digital products. And one of the awesome things with software companies, programs, you might start getting recurring subscribers, and especially for software, where maybe they're charging a monthly fee instead of a one-time fee. So every month you're getting the same subscribers paying, and it's going to help you establish a much higher foundation than if you're having to start from scratch every month getting new customers for your business. So the level of passiveness is really going to vary. I would say digital products are some of the most passive products because, again, you can front load a lot of the work and then just worry about building and marketing and growing the business. And after a certain point, once you've figured out your customer acquisition strategy, you can kind of delegate that to somebody to really maintain that and continue growing your business over time. So a software business, again, I own a software company. I spend around 1 hour a month on maintaining this business because I've outsourced just about everything to developers, to a customer service person. For my ebook and stuff like that, there's pretty much no time required, but it did take me a long time to write my book. It took around 1.5 years to actually do that. And other programs that I filmed have taken between 3 to 6 months to actually build these, but you can do it in a lot faster time. I've built some programs in less than a week, and they've earned me thousands and thousands of dollars every month. So number 4 is Amazon Merch, and this is essentially a t-shirt section of Amazon where you can do printing on demand. So I'm sure you've heard of things like Teespring or Zazzle, where you can create a store and essentially you don't pay any sort of cost. You're going to split the commissions with Amazon or with the company you're using. So for example, if you're selling a t-shirt on Amazon for $15, they're not going to actually print that t-shirt until it gets ordered. Of that $15, a portion will go to Amazon and a portion will go to you, and you're gonna split that cost. So it really reduces your risk because you don't have to order thousands and thousands of dollars of inventory. You'll go ahead, upload 100 different designs for t-shirts, and then about 10% of those designs will do really well and will probably net around 80% of your income. So you really have to test a lot of different things, but I suggest figuring out what's working well on Amazon, figuring out similar designs to see what's going to sell the best. And after uploading around 100 different designs, I would say a big portion of those are going to come from the top 10%. So this is a really passive business because, again, you can hire a designer to create t-shirt ideas for $5 to $10 each, and then you can create 100 of these. So it's not a huge startup cost to really build a passive income, and you can get started for Amazon Merch for free. All you have to do is create an account, start uploading designs, and then the cash will start coming in very passively. So the strategy for success on Amazon Merch is front loading a lot of the research process. You need to isolate what is already selling very well on Amazon, and again, you can't copy the designs, but you can find similar designs that are going to do well on Amazon and then have your designer make something around the same realm. Try to find the right keywords that they're using, figure out the titles and suggestions, and just figure out what colors are selling the best, what designs are doing well, and then trying to replicate that in your own fashion or your own style and making sure you're improving upon those designs that are doing well. That's the fastest way to find success on Amazon Merch. If you're interested in buying an online business and creating a side hustle or getting into the online space, I'll leave a link below where you can get in touch with me. And again, if you made it this far, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. What's your favorite passive income source that you've generated or that you've seen online? I'm curious to learn more. And lastly, I'll leave all the links about the businesses we talked about today in the description below. Take care.